Good morning, everyone. My name is Father Kyle. Today in the Gospel, Jesus invites us into a reflection on faith. And there's sort of an interesting encounter of this boy who's been possessed by a demon, an unclean spirit, and his father who comes and brings him before him, Jesus, and asks this for his son to be healed. And it's sort of a question and a matter of faith. And Jesus is sort of critical of this crowd. He says, "Oh, faithless generation, how long will I be with you?" And one thing he particularly latches onto in this father is the father asks if the boy can be healed. He says, "But if you can do anything, have compassion on us and help us." And Jesus replies to this, "If you can, everything is possible to one who has faith." And it's a good reminder for us, brothers and sisters, that faith, above all, is a certain knowledge of the power of Christ, of the power of God and His love for us. Sometimes we think of faith as sort of wishy-washy or kind of a loose sort of knowing, but really it's a certainty, a confidence, a trust in the Lord and what He tells us. We have faith even though we might not be able to see at this present moment. And if we think just in some common examples in our lives, right? If we ask somebody to go take out the trash and we're not really quite sure if they did it, we might go check on it ourselves, right? And perhaps that's kind of a lack of trust on our part of the person, or maybe in ourselves we don't have quite perfect faith in them. But knowing that God is all-powerful and all-loving, we can trust that He has the power to bring us healing and salvation. And then it's a reflection on us on what our level of faith is. And a reminder for us too, brothers and sisters, that faith is one of the virtues, one of the theological virtues that's a gift from God. It's not something we can increase just by kind of clenching a little bit harder. It's a gift that needs to be received from the Lord. And at the end here, at the end of the day, Jesus heals this boy, and the disciples asked Jesus later, "Why could we not drive this spirit out?" And Jesus said to them, "This kind can only come out through prayer and fasting." And it's a good reminder for us as we enter very soon the season of Lent, where we focus on prayer, fasting, and almsgiving, things that open our heart, dispose us to receive a greater gift of faith. Prayer, which puts us in a place to receive that gift from God. Fasting, which sort of cuts away some of our physical needs. Almsgiving, which takes away some of our temporal needs. And wants, and opens us to receive that gift of faith. And there's sort of this beautiful prayer in the midst of this today where the Father asks, "I do believe, Jesus, help my unbelief. I do believe, Jesus, help my unbelief." And this is a very beautiful prayer for us today as we reflect on faith as well and recognize that none of us perfectly trusts in the Lord or understands His power, and that we can all ask to be increased in faith. And such a beautiful and simple prayer held up for us today. I do believe, help my unbelief. So brothers and sisters, as we walk in our Christian journey, we recognize that faith is a certain knowledge of God's power, of Jesus, the power to save and bring us healing in our lives. So we pray with that Father today, Jesus, I do believe, help my unbelief. God bless you. Have a great day.